Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Geek Out. We've got a few more people here than we did last week. As usual, I'm Brogan.
I'm Max.
I'm Kimmy.
And I am Talon.
Probably know Talon from Geek This Week.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back. It is now November, no longer October, which is kind of sad. I love the month of October.
So we're starting to see all that stupid Christmas stuff.
Yeah, we've been seeing that for too long already. Anyway, we've got some, like usual, we've got some really cool stuff to dig into today and to show you. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Let's start with Max. Max seems eager and ready to go.
So you guys can see, it does say shake well, not carbonated.
Yes.
This is a drink that I found today at an Italian store in downtown Salt Lake City. And I was like, wow, this seems like a weird flavor. I want to try this. And then I was like, why would I, take away this experience from others? So we're all going to try it.
Was it by chance an Italian prank store?
No, they had chocolate there for $60 and it was like one square.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
They also had raw
How come
cocoa
we're not
beans.
trying that chocolate? No.
Because
Yeah,
I have $60, Talon. This was a $2.
Is it like gelato
Alright,
in a can?
I think that's shaken up. If you want, I can check that.
I think it was shaken
Shake
enough
it
when
all
you
the time.
threw it
I
onto
know.
the ground. Earlier.
Excuse me, you said it's not carbonated.
It's not. That's not what carbonation sounds like.
You're not what carbonation sounds like.
Oh.
Yeah,
So just so we know, you have not tried this yet either, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, it looks rather milky. Let's drink it first.
Wait.
Hold on, you gotta
wait.
get a good whiff first. Mmm.
Well, no tomatoes, you're good.
I'm
It smells
sensing
lemon limey.
lemon and...
It's lemony, but it's got more of a tang to it than just straight
Alright, ready?
citric acid.
One.
A three. A 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
That's lemon coconut, is what that is.
It is.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on there.
That's interesting. That coconut.
I saw it and I was like, I want the lemon cocoa.
There's not a lot of the coconut there.
Yeah, no.
I would drink that, but I still might
It's
prefer bubblies or Perriers.
I also
You know what? I think it would taste better carbonated.
I think it would too. I think some add some Pellegrino to this and it would be pretty good.
Alright, well that was Max's thing.
That was one of my things.
I give you a 5 out of 10.
We'll come.
You finished somebody else's drink.
Yeah,
It's
just
gotta be
because...
higher than a 5 out of 10.
No, five is...
He's the guy that says I hated the meal even though he finished the plate.
Yeah. Free food monger. Got it. Okay.
All right, moving on. I guess I will go. It actually just dropped today, or maybe it was yesterday. No, it was today because BlizzCon started today.
Yes, it did.
I don't know how many of you have seen it already, but it has already gone extremely viral. The trailer for Diablo 4 launched. I take it Talon has seen it. I take it
haven't
Max
seen it.
has
I have
not
not.
seen it.
I haven't seen it, I just like Diablo.
Should we watch a minute or two of it just to give you an idea? I think we probably should, just so we can get a more
Yeah, why
Absolutely.
not? Yeah.
a more authentic reaction.
This feels bad.
This is not gonna be good.
This feels bad.
Feels bad, man. Yeah.
Dude, they're opening the gate to hell. But I'm gonna be honest, I did think this was a little cliche.
It is.
I was like, come on.
Oh, it's like a fun trampoline.
Mm-hmm. A nice bloody fleshy trampoline.
Love your horns.
But she's got a flesh cake.
And the nasty flesh cake.
Flesh cake. Flesh cake. Flesh cake.
That is
flesh
kind
cake.
of
Flesh
insane.
cake.
I'm
flesh
still a little
cake.
grossed out by the
The jelly?
intestines.
Human jelly.
I think that was the point. I think that was the point.
Yeah, I don't think they were trying to appeal to your
It's almost
Well,
like there's
sense of
summoning.
appetite.
It's almost like there's summoning the mother of demons.
Something
Yeah.
like
I
that.
mean, also that character model was
Hmm.
gorgeous. I mean, that character
I
model
want
was
that
really
jewel.
gorgeous.
Like we were saying though, Blizzard does cinematics so well.
So
Yes,
good.
they do.
And the fact that they have not delved into the movie scene, like the blockbuster
I mean,
film scene, is kind of a crime almost.
From
I mean,
someone with animation.
They have
there.
done Blizzard movies though.
No, they haven't. Don't talk about it.
They
Continue, Kimmy.
oversaw Warcraft. I don't think that was.
That's because the reason they haven't is because, ask the animators how much work went into just that.
As
Yeah.
somebody who does animation,
Anyways, as I was trying to say before, as someone with a background in animation, going from animation for cinematic in a game to animation for feature film, they're incredibly different.
They are.
The same techniques aren't used. The same, filmmaking isn't something there's aspects of filmmaking in this. You see some cinematography and you see those kind of things, but overarching narrative and those kind of things, and fleshing those out and pulling them into your animation, different feat overall.
And the story's
Okay.
super open-ended. There's not.
yeah. So I have a question for anybody here who's played Diablo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Diablo 1, you fight Diablo?
Yes.
And you put him back because Diablo 2 you fight him again,
Mm-hmm.
And Diablo
And he keeps
3
coming
also fight you.
and then you
Yes.
fight Diablo because he come back again.
Yes.
But this time we put him back for good.
We don't know.
Sure.
Do we have we ever killed him, or do we just keep
No.
going get back?
You just
back in your hole.
You just banish him.
It's
Just
That's
go
all
back
you
in there, and then Diablo 3 DLC was
You can't
uh
kill
oh,
the
Angel of Death's kind of losing it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's essentially all you can do, I guess, from the lore of Diablo is banish them. You can't really kill them.
Yeah, no, they're around.
Satan, stay down there.
They did also, we didn't see it in this trailer, but they did also announce 3 classes.
Yeah.
There's the Barbarian and the Sorceress are coming back from Diablo 3, and then they announced the Druid. Which
Now-
is pretty cool.
The real question is, are they gonna screw up the loot system on their first try? Because
I have one answer for that.
Diablo 3.
Will or will not there be loot boxes? If yes, then yeah, they screwed it up.
Yeah, well, even in Diablo 3, the loot system in Diablo 3 wasn't great until they released the DLC. So.
And you know why that was? Because they encouraged you to spend money on the premium auction house. Anyway, final thoughts about the trailer here. I, for one, am really excited.
Yeah.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I never really got on the Diablo 3 hype train.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, oh, that's cool, another Diablo game, that should be fun. But I never was like, oh, Diablo 3, I can't wait. But this one, I'm like, I can't wait. Diablo 4 is going to be killer. I just really hope it's not 2025 or something by the time we actually get it.
Oh my god.
I've been a fan from afar, and this time I'm I actually want to delve into this, just like with Pokemon. I've been a fan from afar. Sword and Shield are going to be my first introduction to it.
Wow.
How does that make you feel, broken? All right, Kimmy, what do you?
I think that this trailer was really impressive. I've never played the Diablo game like Max.
What?
But I don't know. This is really intriguing. It's something that I'm I could play a game about Lilith, the mother of all demons. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have only played Diablo 3.
Man, Diablo 2 was just so premium.
And I am not really that much of a fan of really anything Blizzard.
Okay.
So this game,
Look at me, I am not a Blizzard fan.
I'm not.
over here with my bow tie and skull dance.
I'm not a Blizzard fan. Their games are good. They're just not my type of game. And
Fair enough.
Diablo was a good game. It just wasn't a game that was this is my game. So
Okay.
I have a quick
if I want to play a depressing hard game, I'll play Darkest Dungeon.
Moving on, I think it's high time that we
Alright.
got to Kimmy's turn. What do you have?
Yeah, all right.
Kimberly?
So what I talk about this week is the fact that I'm super late to a really, really big hype train, and I can't believe that I've been missing it all this time. A few weeks ago, I picked up Borderlands 2 with my roommate. I'd never played Borderlands before.
Oh my dear.
And I don't know why or how or how. Because both my siblings love those games and I just never played them. And I can't, gosh,
You were
guys.
missing out.
The
You were missing out.
Who are you playing
But,
as? Who are you playing as? What character?
The Magic-y user.
Lilith. Lilith.
Maya.
Maya.
She's playing Borderlands.
Lilith is the first
2.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lilith is Borderlands
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
The Siren.
Dude, the
Yeah, the
Siren
Siren.
class is so fun.
You
And it
guys
is-
want me to Sorry, Kimmy, finish.
Go, Kimmy. Go ahead.
It is an experience. Like it has been a really long time since I played an open world game that actually feels super engaging to me. I have problems with open world just being like fetch quests. I hate fetch quests, hardcore. And so the fact that the narrative is still connected to the side quests in a way is very refreshing.
It's very good.
It's good.
I am a fan of Butt Stallion. However, I'm gonna drop some more, maybe get me kicked out of this little posse thing. Not a huge fan of Borderlands.
Get out. Get out. The door's open. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a good game.
He's the picky eater.
I enjoy playing it, but I don't know. I made it.
Did you play it with friends?
Yeah, I've played it through Borderlands 2 once, and I was like, alright.
Or the DLCs?
Yeah.
I mean,
what's her name's Castle was fantastic.
Dude,
Tiny Tina's
Tiny Tina's
Castle is
Castle
so emotional and fantastic.
was fantastic. But I don't know, base game stuff, like I loved running around with Mordecai, but I remember the game, just it's not a game that I see a lot of.
Are you talking about Borderlands 1?
I'm
No,
talking
2.
about both of them.
Okay.
Borderlands 1 does not hold up. That's the time. So
And see,
if you're going to jump into Borderlands, just go to 2 or 3.
At its
You know what's
at the
weird?
time-
I would prefer to play Borderlands 1 than Borderlands 2.
At the
Interesting.
time, Borderlands 1 was so revolutionary.
It was.
Like
It was the pinnacle of
created
looter shooters.
It created the looter shooter
Yeah.
genre. Like that genre did not exist really
Yeah.
before
I
Borderlands
do want
1.
a little disclaimer, I have not played Borderlands 3 yet. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's
It
See,
looks
and that's-
fun.
But I hear that it's a letdown.
Well,
I
the
don't-
reason it's a letdown and
Randy
is
Pitchford
because
hyped
it's
it hard.
yeah, Randy Pitchford's a weird guy, anyways. But look up his controversy if you want to know more about Randy Pitchford. The reason it's being like, from what I saw, a lot of people not liking it is because it's the same, just with more stuff added into it. Like
Yeah.
it's the same game loop over
It
and over
is.
again. They didn't
It
change
is.
that, which is I think is still a testament to show that this game is still selling well. Because I
Yeah.
found a game loop that just is good, and people are just
Yeah.
buying it for the narrative, or just
And,
buying it to
you know,
feel like they're back in the
right.
game.
And you know, when you so definitively decide to do the looter shooter, how much room do you really have to go beyond
What
what
you've already
you can
done,
offer?
what
Yeah.
works, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to innovate that.
mechanically there's not a lot more they can do. I think
Exactly.
Borderlands 3 they focused a lot more on story.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Which is
and-
very apparent.
Well, and I mean, they focus a lot more on maps, right? And they've made it a lot more vertical. So they've, like, up to the dimensions of the game.
Well,
But-
and I would even argue, because another big part of that is the RPG elements with like the branching skill trees and things like that, and those are flushed out significantly more. Okay, I don't know.
That was
what
a
that
ghost.
But the options that you have to like build your characters with
Right.
the different skills in Borderlands 3, it's just insane. Like it's just so cool.
It does
Anyway.
seem cool. There's some trees that have gotten harsh criticisms.
Yeah, some of
There's,
them need to be
well,
buffed.
they
there's
said
one where it's
they've
like it
been-
supposedly hurts your teammates.
They've
and
been
it's like,
nerfing.
ugh.
They've been nerfing a lot of stuff too, and people are upset about that. But like, that's
That's game.
That's the name of the game.
You gotta
They-
make it
Yeah, with
even.
something that's as.
It's
widely-
really only broken for
widely
those that are
played.
like hardcore min-maxing, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean,
If you go in to have fun, you're gonna have fun.
I have plenty of fun, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that you finally found such a beautiful series to delve into.
Okay, so I'm playing D&D today after recording.
No, that's really cool, Talon. That's a really cool
I am the
song.
dungeon master. I'm just gonna drop some background here. I'm the dungeon master. We're playing a fan-made mod of 5th edition.
Okay.
Playing Mass Effect.
Ooh,
It's fantastic.
okay.
Great. You should check it out. N7.world. Go there and read their player's handbook. It's
Okay.
great. Being a DM is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Making stores for players to go to.
I spent a lot
Oh
of
my
time
God.
this week.
The fantasy
Wow, okay.
Costco where all your dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
I know that reference.
Because I'm a strong believer that I don't want to just give my players the handbook and be like, pick items that you want to buy.
Yeah.
Because they're level 2, they don't know what they want to buy. So I've built stores that are kind of focused around the
Level-oriented.
players and level oriented, and like money oriented, like how much are they gonna have. I'm trying to tempt them with some larger items that will cost a lot of money, but they can afford. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, and I don't know. It was hard.
There's a lot of thought. You know what I do is there are all kinds of like apps you can get on your phone.
You're right.
Or like things
But
you can find online.
I've seen a lot of people make their own
There's-
digital representations too, and just like create cards for each item, and then
Yeah.
just slot them into this like thing, and then
That's
that's how
a lot
they
of work.
organize it.
That's a ton of work.
It's a lot of like work at the front of the pipeline, but like
But
in the
yeah,
long
back
run,
end,
you're just like,
right.
okay, this is done now. You spend
Right.
like a weekend.
And
making
that's
cards.
actually something that I've done. I've written down everything that's in the store. I've like, so there's several different stores. I built, so in Mass Effect games, there's one ward on the Citadel that you never make it to, the Brock Dret ward. And that's where I've like centered their place on the Citadel they're going to be. So I built that whole level of the Citadel. And I've scattered stores throughout it. So there's like a weapons store, there's
Food store,
food
yeah.
store, like there's a whole promenade that's like food and stuff.
people store.
Yeah. I don't want to give too much away because my players might watch this, and I don't want to, feed them information.
Your final boss is the main protagonist from the Mass Effect series? What?
Yeah,
I don't know. As a fellow Dungeons and Dragons player, as well as a fellow DM, I am a full believer in minimum. I'm going with game terms here, but minimum viable product. Like if there are certain items that like special items that
Yeah.
you're not going to find like in the handbook or something, or
Right.
like certain items that you really want to give them the opportunity to get.
Yes.
Sure, prepare those beforehand. Everything else, just like.
Yeah, see.
If they're like, I want to find this, okay, go here, and then hurry and look up how much it would cost.
Right, and so that's
I
like,
do that all the time.
That's the thing too, is that like the player's handbook suggests prices for everything, and so I've written down prices for everything, but I've established who the shop owners are, and like they can bargain with the shop owners. The shop owners are going to be less or more receptive to certain characters.
Sure,
certain races.
and that's what's tricky.
Yeah, and so like I've
That's
done a lot
what's
of that.
Index cards are my hero.
And there's like a culture built in this Brock Dret ward that I've established as well. I built a club called Hex. That's an octagon.
Some of the prices and things at Talon's
Holy balls!
handbook, they were insane.
Yeah, I gave my players a reward for their last mission, and I was like, oh, this was not enough.
It was essentially my grandma giving me a nickel to go get ice cream today.
So it seems like a lot. I gave them 100,000 credits. Well, the cheapest ship in the game is 800,000.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Wow.
If we all pull our money together for another 3 missions, we can get a spaceship.
And that,
Just get like a little like.
there's an implication that they're not supposed to be able to buy a spaceship pretty early on. So 100,000 credits was actually a pretty decent reward for them. But because of the way that I'm establishing their story, it makes sense.
Just give them the spaceship equivalent of like your first high school car. Just like
No,
like a little beater.
They
that's
already got that. I made them buy one of the what are they called? They're not the Makos.
Shuttles?
The shuttles. They have a name though. I gave them one of those. It's been like beat up and.
This one's been through
It's
a
been
lot of
passed
war.
down through like 4 different people before it gets to you.
That was great. They bought it at a used car salesman, so that was a lot of fun to role play.
It's already got 500 million light years on it, guys. I don't know how much longer it'll last.
Yeah, it's great though. They've been having a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to playing tonight.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, to wrap us up for today,
I have one more thing.
do you, Max?
Yeah, I can save it for next week.
Save it
Save
for
for
next
next week.
Because it's a book I haven't read yet, so I can
That's
read it
fine.
next
Save
week.
it for
before
next
you
week.
bring it up.
Well, now you have something to look forward to.
It is now November, and so in memory of October 2019,
Gosh.
364!
I would like to nominate a meme of the month.
Mom.
I would,
A mom?
Mom.
Nope. I'd like this to become a recurring thing. So every month I'm going to
Broken Princess
highlight.
Mom.
I swear to God, if this is an Untitled Goose Game meme.
It's not.
It's not an Untitled Goose Game meme, although
It's his mom.
I mean, there were plenty of Untitled Goose Game memes.
There were some pretty good ones.
The
Excel sheet.
I like to look for more obscure things. So the meme that I have settled with is one that a lot of people might not fully know about. So I don't know if you've heard, but there's an old parable called the parable of the two wolves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's two wolves inside of you. One is good and one is evil. It's an old Native American parable or something, and there's
It's medieval.
The lesson.
Is it medieval?
Yeah.
It's from somewhere. Anyway,
Yeah.
and it's all about how there's two
wolves in you,
things inside
right,
you
and a black
clashing.
wolf.
You know,
One's
they're
like
fighting,
sorrow, one's happiness,
and you have to decide which one you're gonna let win. Anyway, I
whichever's
guess
what you feed.
it has become like a meme format, and it doing some research. I guess it's been going around for like a few months, but it really only started really picking up this month.
I dig all the Vice Animal memes.
So this here's the original, and this is just an example of what kind of crap people have come up
One
with.
has depression.
One has depression, the other has depression. You have depression.
Yeah, that's the one of the two of them I've seen. I've seen two
There's
movies, and that's one of them.
And that's and you just see, here's another one. Inside you there are two wolves. One is wrong, the other's wrong. You are wrong. And that's just what this is just what it is.
I think I saw one where it's one is a choice. The other one's also a choice. It's your choice. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, or two wolves. Last one, inside each of us are two wolves. One is named Toby, the other's named Toby. Both wolves are named Toby. The internet never fails to amuse. It was harder to find one this month than last month with Area 51. That was a pretty obvious hot topic. So, but anyway, that's at least my meme of the month. Next month we may have everybody bring a selection and we vote on.
We'll bring our moms.
We'll all bring a meme and then vote on
All
the
of our
collective
moms.
meme of the month.
I'll bring
So
my mom, and you'll bring your mom, and he'll bring his
I already
mom.
have my mom scheduled, so
we'll vote on mom of the month next month. Anyway,
well, that's even the month of the month.
Meme of the month.
Kimmy,
That's
take
mom.
us out.
That's
Kimmy,
mom.
All right, guys.
take us
well,
out before it gets out of hand.
I think it's already out of hand.
Yeah, it's been out of
Are we
hand.
Mom.
in my hand? Anyways,
one
thanks for.
one of these is out of hand. The other one is also out of hand.
This is how the
Out
man.
of hand.
Anyways, with that lovely note, thanks guys for tuning in for this week's Geek Out, and we'll see you all next week.
Geek Out.